Now, a few days ago, it seems like something very bizarre kind of showed up out of nowhere in the skies of Himalayan mountains. And most of them are actually suspecting that this could be what we know as Project Bluebeam. Now, if you're not aware of what Project Bluebeam is, it's basically a project where the government has some sort of a very advanced technology where they're going to be using these mini drones in the sky in order to create and test out things that doesn't really exist. Now, many people suspect that the thing that was just spotted on top of the Himalayan mountains, it seems like it's some sort of an alien looking jellyfish, and it looks straight out of the Stranger Things from Netflix, like some sort of an alien invasion that's happening at this point. Look at that stuff. Now, these are multiple photographs that were captured, by the way. It was not just seen by one person, like many people that live near Himalayas, they actually did capture this whole event of something weird that started appearing in the sky and looks some sort of a weird alienish, you know, there are like so many roots and stuff like that. Look at this thing. That looks so freaking amazing. I don't know what the hell that is, and nobody knows what it is. It seems like there's a massive beam of light in between, and then out of it comes so many roots. It just seems like a root of a tree that's just hanging out from the sky, and this definitely doesn't look normal at all. Now, we don't have any explanation as to what this is. It looks like some sort of an electrical discharge that's coming out of the sky. It doesn't look like lightning as well. And as this appeared, people started hearing some very, very weird noise, and then when they looked up, they started seeing that these things, it started flashing in the sky, and it started repeatedly flashing over and over. It was not even like a lightning. It just kept happening over and over for a couple of minutes, and then it disappeared from the sky. Now, here are some very clear images of what they actually captured. One of the photos right here, as you can see, these are not AI, by the way. These are real pictures that was captured by multiple people from many different angles. And as you can see, this definitely doesn't look like lightning from any sort of way. And to my surprise, it actually looks like a nervous system. And in the Netflix series of Stranger Things, this is basically what we get to see in the sky. But right now, what we are seeing in the Himalayan mountains, a massive red beam of lights, and then there clearly seems to be some sort of a root-like structure that's going all the way down here. And take a look at that freaking image. That looks insane. Absolutely scary, to be honest. And here's another image, and then we have another image here. And to be honest, it looks so freaking beautiful. I'm not gonna lie, it looks absolutely stunning, but we don't really know what the hell this is. And let me just play this clip for you guys so you guys can know what people actually got to see, because thankfully we have a video clip right here. Look at that stuff. This is basically what people were seeing in the sky. These things were starting to blink and then disappear. And then it started making some sort of a swirl kind of, you know, texture right here. That is so unusual, man. Look at this stuff. It goes from here and then passes all the way up here. It just looks like some sort of a cloaking device, or maybe there's some mothership or spaceship up there that's kind of cloaked and it's having some sort of a malfunction going on. It looks straight out of an alien movie, to be honest. But there's this channel named APT. Apparently, they interviewed one of the person that actually got to see this whole thing in the sky live as it was happening. And he actually describes on what kind of sounds and everything that he heard. Just take a look at this whole stuff, man. This looks so bizarre. Like, imagine you're just recording something like this that's happening on top of the Himalayan mountain.
From the night of May 31st to the early morning of June 1st, I had looked at some forecasts in advance. Based on my analysis and the satellite cloud map, I made a very quick and decisive decision to head to Shannan. There, I found a mountain pass over 5,000 meters in altitude and set up facing south to shoot.
Oh, so he was basically trying to shoot those northern lights that's only available in places that are extremely cold, and the best place that you can get those kind of pictures, and the best places where you can get these pictures are of course going to be the Himalayas, and that's where apparently he got to see this whole stuff happening. And it seems like he started hearing noises as well.
I had checked the weather beforehand and confirmed that there would be relatively few clouds in the area I was shooting from. During the high-speed photography process at 120 frames per second, I not only clearly captured the eruption and details of the red sprite, but also, for the second time, completely recorded the eruption of a very rare type of red sprite known as the ghost sprite.
They even have a name for this thing. Now, apparently, if you go down to Google and then type ghost sprites that are seen in the sky, you actually get so many different images of these things. And it seems like a lot of people have actually noticed these things that has been happening in the sky. And you know, some people are calling it that it could be Project Blue Beam, because as you know, I wish we could actually get the sound. It's like very minute though. That's a very, very minute sound, by the way. Yeah, this apparently was also another image that was captured in France. And it seems like there is very, very similar kind of, and it seems like there is a very similar kind of a pattern right here. And nobody knows what the hell this is or whatever is causing this whole thing. And a lot of people are suggesting that their skies are turning red in color anytime these things starts appearing. And a lot of people are saying that this could be the Project Blue Beam. Now, I don't know if you guys know anything about the Project Blue Beam. Now, if you don't know what Project Blue Beam is, it's apparently a project that the government is going to be conducting. It's apparently known to be one of those projects that the government is secretly running behind us humans, where we don't know, where they're going to be using all of these projectors in order to project holograms in the sky, and they're going to make a fake return of Jesus Christ, so that, whoever is going to be returning before the actual second coming, and then this person is basically going to make himself look like he is the God, he is the Christ, and he's going to sit in the throne. Basically, a lot of people say that this is how Antichrist is going to be entering our world, and these things are all controlled by, and these things are all controlled and run by an organization called the Illuminatis. So apparently that is basically what the Project Blue Beam is all about. Now, there's also another project which is called Project HARP, where it seems like they have some sort of a technology that could basically change the weather system, where they can create tornadoes, they can also create earthquakes, they can do so many unnatural things. And some people believe that these organizations, they're controlling the government and so many medias out there, and they're just preparing for something massive that's going to be coming. So that's basically what the Project Blue Beam is all about. We're a group of scientists that actually try to remove every piece of nerve from our human body, and they made sure that they're doing it in a very precise and careful way, and they counted and saw how many nerves do we actually have. And this is basically what they came up with. This is basically all the nerves that exist in a human body. And this is exactly how the thing that we are seeing in the sky actually looks like. This is basically another image right here. This is how they kind of just removed the whole thing. It looks very bizarre, very weird. But then there's like the original picture. They kind of just, fossiled this whole thing so that it doesn't get degraded over time. So that's basically how our human system looks like. It looks very alienish, to be honest. And now when you compare that to this, doesn't this actually look very similar to what we've been seeing with the human neural system? Now, I don't know, this could just be the coincidence, but then it looks very similar, to be honest. It kind of looks like a very alienish kind of a creature that's appearing out of the sky. Now, we don't know if it's some sort of a phenomenon that actually occurs all the time, or maybe it's just Project Blue Beam, like everyone's actually talking about right now. Now, obviously, it looks very beautiful. At the same time, it's a very skeptical thing. We don't know what kind of tests these government has been running behind our backs. They seem to be having a lot of technology that we don't really know about. And a few years ago, I actually came across one of these videos where it seems like the sky is actually glitching for some reason. It just starts glitching like a video game. And it most probably looks like, they're using some sort of a technology out there in the sky, and they're trying to, change the color of the sky and stuff like that. And maybe they're just accidentally trying things out to see whether or not if it's going to be working, so that they can be prepared as to when the day comes when they have to use the Project Blue Beam. Just take a look at this footage right here.
Yo, the sky is fucking blue.
Just keep looking at that.
And then it turned off.
Look at that.
Yo!
I got that on camera. I got that on camera.
It literally changes color. It literally just turns off out of nowhere. Look at that.
Yo,
completely
the sky is
blue.
fucking blue. And then it
Turns
turned
reddish.
off.
blackish, grayish, and then it just keeps turning its colors.
I got that on camera.
You know, a lot of people are saying that this could basically be something that's related to the Project Blue Beam. And, you know, these secret organizations are testing out their gadgets to see if it actually works well. They could basically be developing these things. And since, you know, a lot of people have said that Antarctica is a place where they do all of these, you know, technological stuff. They work with the aliens, and alien technologies is what they usually say. And obviously we know the aliens are basically the fallen angels. So eventually they could be working with the fallen angels in order to create these kind of technologies, and they're basically bringing back a second coming that is not even real. And obviously we know, and the Bible says that during the end times we will actually see a lot of people that are going to be faking the second coming. But then it seems like this organization, they could be doing this in a whole different scale. They could literally just orchestrate a whole second coming throughout the entire world and make it seem like God is coming out of the sky. You know, all of these crazy things could be happening just because they want to create the one world order, which means that there will be only one government, only one ruler, and that is something that the Bible already warns us, where it seems like Antichrist is going to be the guy who's actually going to run this one world government. So everything that's happening right now, it's kind of just very bizarre, and it just feels weird that, you know, we're getting to see all of these weird things every single day. As I wake up every single day, it seems like I'm always finding something crazy that's happening around the world, especially during this time. And my Instagram feed and my Twitter, you know, there's always something trending that goes crazy around the world. And also, recently, NASA actually live streamed one of their space events. And apparently, it seems like while they were live streaming, there was this thing that was captured from their live streaming footage. And everyone around the world basically got to see this. And, you know, people started to say that this is some sort of a spaceship that's just flying around in the sky, and nobody knows about it. And eventually, as we know, NASA usually, they're trying to hide stuff from us people. Maybe these are some of the technologies that the government is trying to hide from us. And as you can see, this is basically what it looks like. It looks like it's dropping something out of this, you know, tiny pod like a thing. Something is dropping out of it. We don't know what the hell that is, but then it clearly looks like something just dropped out of it. As you can see, this tiny little light that just comes out of it. We don't know what that is. It seems to be coming out of it and then it disappears. It seems like it's just going around. And obviously, as expected, guess what NASA said? They basically claimed that the huge object that was discovered during the live stream broadcast from a NASA spacecraft is officially later announced that it was just some sort of a space junk. And obviously, I don't think this is some sort of a space junk. Now, obviously, this doesn't really look like some sort of a space junk because it's eventually releasing something very weird out of it. And there's something coming out of it for some reason. It looks very, very weird. And there's some sort of a light that just comes out. That's what NASA says. They're saying that it's just some sort of a space junk. You don't really have to worry about it. And the things that you've seen in our live feed, it was not supposed to be shown. And, you know, they eventually end up lying to us as always. And honestly, we humans are at this point where we don't really know who to trust anymore, because everybody, the government, the whole organization called the Illuminatis, they're always deceptive. And they basically could be having some sort of a technology out there in the sky where they're preparing for this major event called the Project Blue Beams. Also, there's this video that's actually going viral all over the internet where it seems like someone from the hood actually got to see an alien aircraft that's hovering over in the sky. Now, this right here is the footage. It was even covered by Drama Alert, where they said that the hood was shocked by an UFO. And a lot of people are saying that this could just be some sort of a street light, but I don't know why. The entire hood seems to be freaking out. And, you know, people are starting to make videos because apparently the people from the hood, they're saying that it's some sort of an alien spaceship that's just flying over in the sky, and it's kind of just passing out this beam of light. Just take a look at this one.
It's a UFO for real. Look at the UFO, bitch. No, we not making this shit up. Look at her. She gonna put It's a UFO.
And as you can see, there is one street light right over here. And to me, sometimes it kind of just looks like it could be some sort of a stadium lights. I'm not exactly sure. Could be stadium lights, you know. A lot of people in the hood are actually going crazy over this video right here.
Girl, this the fucking street light. That ain't no fucking street light.
I genuinely don't know what the hell that is, honestly. Let me know in the comments down below. What do you guys think that is? Do you think that it's just some sort of a stadium light? Or do you think that it could be what these people call as the UFO that they've just spotted? I feel like it's just some sort of a stadium light, to be honest. And honestly, I want to hear what are your thoughts on this. What do you guys think? Is it Project Blue Beam that the government is actually playing around with? And every time something crazy happens, they always give us a name stating that this is related to so-and-so phenomenon. And we obviously don't know what the hell these phenomenons are. So they can just name anything and we just have to sit here and trust it. So I really don't know. This could be the Project Blue Beam that these guys are eventually working on. So honestly, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And feel free to go ahead, share this video with as many people as you possibly can. And I will, of course, keep you guys updated with everything that goes on in the world because there are so many crazy things to cover. And it seems like 2025 is a year where crazy things just never stops happening. So I will always make sure to keep you guys updated. So stay tuned, make sure to subscribe and turn the notifications on so that you guys don't miss out on my daily uploads that I do on this channel. And with that being said, I would really appreciate it if you guys could just go ahead, drop a like on this video and leave a comment. It kind of just helps boost the algorithm for this video so that the video can be shown to many more people. So if you guys could just take a few seconds of your valuable time and help support this video by dropping a like and a comment, that would really mean a lot to me. Now with that being said, hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day and I will see you guys on the next one. Till then, take it easy, fams, and goodbye.